control and the wise feminine that teaches liberation. That combination makes institutional religion irrelevant. Because you don't need a church to tell you what's sacred when you carry both the fire and the light inside you. And this is why the Gospel of Philip says, the two who are one. It's not talking about Jesus and Mary as a romantic couple, though the church obsessed over that to distract from the real meaning. It's talking about the sacred feminine reunified. Lilith's exile and Mary's return are one story. Sophia's descent and ascent. And every chosen one walks that same path. You descend into matter, into forgetting, into systems that try to control you. And then you remember. You activate the wild refusal. You activate the illuminated knowing. And you walk out of the prison with both the fire and the light intact. That's not mythology. That's the actual spiritual journey. And the moment you realize you don't have to choose between being Lilith or being Mary, that you're meant to be both, everything the church built to keep you manageable collapses. You become whole. Ungovernable. Sophia incarnate. So here's how you activate both faces of Sophia inside you. Not as a belief, as a practice. There are two commands. One for Lilith, one for Mary. And when you speak them, you're not asking for permission or calling on something external. You're waking up what's been dormant. The first command is for Lilith. You say it when you need to refuse something that's trying to control you. When you need to break a pattern that's keeping you small. When you need the spine to walk away from what's killing you even if everyone around you thinks you're wrong. You say internally or out loud, I activate the wildfire of Sophia. My refusal is sacred. My no is divine. And you will feel it. Heat rising. A tightening in your solar plexus. Maybe anger, not destructive rage but holy fire. The kind of anger that burns away everything false. That's Lilith waking up. That's the part of you that's been suppressed, shamed, told to be nice, told to be accommodating, told to shrink so others feel safe. When you speak this command, that part rises. And it doesn't apologize. It doesn't explain. It just says no. And the no is absolute. The second command is for Mary. You say it when you need clarity. When you need to see through the lies you've been told. When you need the inner knowing that bypasses every external authority. You say, I activate the illuminated wisdom of Sophia. My knowing is direct. My light cannot be taught. And this one feels different. Not heat. Stillness. A clarity that rises from the center of your chest and spreads into your entire awareness. Suddenly, things you were confused about make sense. Manipulation you couldn't see becomes obvious. And truth that you doubted becomes undeniable. That's Mary waking up. That's gnosis. Direct knowing. The light that doesn't need anyone to explain it because it's self-evident. Now here's the key. Most people will activate one or the other depending on temperament. Rebels will lean into Lilith and stay in the fire. Mystics will lean into Mary and stay in the light. But chosen ones activate both. You speak both commands. You cultivate both frequencies. Because Lilith without Mary is chaos without direction. And Mary without Lilith is light without power. But together, that's Sophia whole. The wildfire and the illuminated wisdom operating as one. That's when you become truly dangerous to every system that relies on your compliance. Speak both commands this week. One each day alternating. Lilith one day. Mary the next. And pay attention to what shifts. How your relationships change. How your tolerance for manipulation drops to zero. How your inner knowing becomes louder than every external voice. That's not personal growth. That's Sophia remembering herself through you. And once she's awake, she doesn't go back to sleep. You'll know Sophia is activated when both faces are operating together. Not one or the other. Both. Lilith activated alone looks like constant rebellion, burning bridges, rejecting everything, operating from reactivity. That's fire without wisdom. It feels powerful but leaves you isolated. Mary activated alone looks like spiritual bypassing, endless compassion for people who drain you, saying yes when you mean no because you're being loving. That's light without boundaries. It feels holy but